everyone, this is Luck and I. Welcome back to another video on the Great Builds YouTube channel, and today we're taking a look at something that's very different from what I typically would do, but I think it's fitting for the occasion. This here is a brick-built recreation of CHIKIPI, one of the pals from the game Palworld, which, at the time of recording, has officially released its 1.0 update worldwide, which is pretty cool, and I've been playing the game for almost 2 years now as well, so it's nice to see it come along. Now, first we're going to talk about this build, but second I want to talk about why I actually like Palworld, because it may not be the same reason why other people like it as well as I do. So, let's get started with the build here. Now, CHIKIPI is my favorite pal for obvious reasons. I do love chickens, and this build is probably one of the more complex builds for its size that I've done in a while. This build is essentially all built along one row of bricks with snot parts attached. If you don't know what snot is and you're coming from outside the LEGO community, don't worry, it just means studs not on top. Now that we've moved this out of the way, you can see how the feet are attached, and you can see that the entire body is just one single profile of bricks, really simple to put together, and all the sides of the body here are using a bunch of different plates, sloped plates, and angled plates as well. The only slightly difficult part you might come running into when you're trying to build this pal like this is the eyes, because they're like an inverted version of the printed eye 1x1 tile elements that already exist. However, if you yourself are looking for an easy way to get some, I personally grabbed mine from a little Creator 3-in-1 hamster set, which gave me quite a few of them, and the hamsters are also pretty adorable too. Now, of course, this pal is pretty close to the version in-game. There will be a picture right up on the other side of the screen for this as well to showcase what it looks like. I think I've pretty much got the basic details down, and if there's any other pals that you want me to try and make out of LEGO from the game, feel free to give me a comment down below asking what pals I might want to make in the future. Though this isn't my standard type of video, I do enjoy building challenges like this, and I'm sure there's some other fun pals that I could do. So, feel free to leave those comments down below for that. Now, I personally got into Palworld for an interesting reason. Most people, when they heard of Palworld, were like, oh, it's Pokemon, but with guns. I'm someone who typically doesn't like guns, so in my case, I don't really use the guns in-game. I prefer to use bow and arrows and to use my pals for the main source of damage. Now, of course, aside from the fact that there's a chicken pal in the game, that's already reason enough for me to try it. There's also a pretty big emphasis on building and farming in the game, which are also things that I personally like to do in real life. So, it's a really fun game that kind of fits in with the entire idea of me liking to do farming, building, and exploration too, in a sense. I've been playing Minecraft for quite a while now, and Palworld is like Minecraft if you were to up the graphics, add more farming, and add a really, really cool chicken pal design. And, of course, it is kind of like Pokemon, though I'm sure Pocket Pair and Nintendo probably don't want you making that comparison. The idea here is that you can throw these little spheres to catch these creatures. And when you catch the creatures, you can use them in your base to help you facilitate with building. And CHIKIPI here will lay eggs for you. But you can also use them for exploring, traversing the land, and helping in combat as well. So it's a really fun game. Obviously, I probably don't need to explain what it is. There's over 40 million people that have tried and played the game, so that's already an insane number. But of course, I really just like it from the perspective of being able to build things. It's a little bit more realistic in setting than it is to like Minecraft, and honestly, I really like the style they're going for with it, and I hope that we may get one or two more updates after 1.0, and that Pocket Pair, the company releasing Palworld, will also release some new games in the future, like Pal Farm, which they've already put onto the Steam's wishlist page. So, of course, I'm really happy with this build. Now, if you want to build one for yourself, again, it's really simple. Basically, when I took it apart earlier in this video, just to showcase the profile, you could easily figure it out from there. Again, the only difficult parts I found that were a little difficult to find were the eye pieces, but even then, that's not that hard of a piece to locate, so otherwise, I'm actually pretty happy with this build, and I hope everyone who's enjoying Palworld's 1.0 update is going to enjoy this build too. Now, I normally don't ask this, but if you do really like this video, you can go and check out some of my other videos, and I know most creators will ask you to like and subscribe. I don't really do all that most of the time, but in this case, if you really do want to see more Palworld designs, leaving a like does show that I'm willing to do that in the future for more designs based on the demand there is for it. So, again, leave your comments down below, and I hope to see you all in the next one. I hope you all have a great day.